Wrestling Mayhem Show. Since 2006, the pioneer in pro wrestling podcasting.
This show is brought to you by IndyWrestling.us and IndyWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you got to do, make it last.
It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show. Aham Show. It's a Wrestling Mayhem Show. Take two. It's a Wrestling Mayhem Show, episode 875. Tuesdays, we've been talking about professionalized wrestling. I am Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, PA, trying to get equipment out of the shot. And we are here ready to partay. First of all, we have with us with a brand new webcam. That is, the focus is still figuring itself out. Is from... Damn it, I forgot again. Oh, Hopewell Junction, New York. A very blurry Mad Mike.
Sorg, you sent me this fucking thing. I don't know how.
We got to work on this settings. It just blurred as we started the show. Put your hand up against it. Now, no. Hold it up against it. Now pull away. There you go.
There it is.
That's how you pull. That's a rack focus for a webcam.
Right. Okay, so I really can't move around and do.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess the dancing is too much for it. All right, I'm gonna have to give you a primer on settings to turn off the auto focus.
We're gonna figure this out.
Listen, I gave you higher end equipment, but it takes a higher end.
It only took Sorg what 15 years to send me a webcam.
He's like, I got a new laptop, and I'm like, I'm sending you a webcam. I finally it was a right nexus.
And Sorg, are you? I didn't tell you about this. We have a Lego update.
What?
Yeah, we have a Lego update.
Okay, like you found a place for all of them?
No. Fuck no.
When you traveled, did you...
My basement still has holes in it, Sorg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm up here.
Okay. It's a whole
but
thing.
I made a new Lego friend.
Mm-hmm. Wait.
He's the best he is at what he does. That would be Lego Wolverine.
Lego Wolverine!
Lego Wolverine!
He's so wonderful and derpy at the same time.
And
I'm a Lego bub.
He does the CM Punk pose. And he does the splits.
Because everyone knows that Wolverine is straight edge.
Yes, just like Doki. And also with us, you heard some other voices. First of all, it's the Bradley-Versary. What is that? What's in your shot over there?
Why is this in my shot?
Hey. What is it? What's happening here? Why is there a butt taunting you on the couch? And I don't know if it's on camera, but it lights up. It lights up. The butt is lit up.
Somebody shoved Christmas lights up that butt.
The butt is lit, Sorg.
And who brought the ass? It's Emily Fear of the Grit and Glitter podcast.
I did. I brought the ass. And I shoved the Christmas lights up it.
Yeah, now you're in the Dutters category of whether I like you or not. You're in that Dutters category now.
What?
Hey,
that's a great
I don't like
category
Christmas
to be in.
butt.
I love that.
No, I don't like Christmas. Keep Christmas butt away from me.
You gotta keep Christmas butt all year long, Bradley.
Jingle ass, jingle all the way.
I love that the butt is in like both shots. Like conveniently, I like it. Like it's joyfully in that one, and then just
there's nothing joyful about butt.
Threateningly
encroaching on Bradley and his angle.
It does not need to be closer to me. Hey,
hold on. I have an idea.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh
no, it's a Wolverine butt. Oh no, it's a Canadian butt. It's a Canuck butt.
Yeah.
His butt is twerking at you, Wolverine.
This is the worst anniversary ever. This is the worst 10-year anniversary ever.
Oh my gosh. Yes, 10 years of wrestling fandom, independent wrestling fandom with Bradley. We'll be talking about that here on the show. We'll be talking about my cheesesteak adventures in Philadelphia for the New Japan and Impact weekend out there, visiting ECW Arena for the first time in 13 years. It was shocking to walk in there, and we'll talk about that a little bit as well. And
hey, show them what
WWE.
Show them what you're drinking, Sorg.
Show them what I'm drinking. Oh, I haven't.
What are you drinking, Sorg?
I've been drinking coffee because I'm got a heck of a week. But I do have all right, there we go. Mike's Hard Lemonade. You know, I'm a Mike, you're a Mike, she's a Mike.
The ass is a mic too.
There you go. There you go. There you
Butt
go.
chugging?
Some butt chugging.
I don't like the butt,
Oh, man.
but you can have a mics.
Excellent.
You can still have a mics.
Oh my
Excellent.
gosh.
It's 5 minutes into the show. We already have butt
Please,
chugging.
please, anybody.
Sounds
just
like The Gathering.
write down and DM me and email me any phrases that deserve clips because I can't keep up with all of them right now. Because I think it's all this
Also-
segment.
Also, Tina in the chat room says, "Jiggle that jingle ass." So I mean,
No.
I think we have a show title.
Jingle that jingle that.
I actually pre-filled everything because I have a very early morning. So I hope you're not allowed to be clever tonight, Mike.
Oh wow, Zeke is in the chat room.
Zeke is in the chat.
Zeke.
That asshole Zeke.
Yay.
Who kicked Nick's Wild
Zeke.
in the ding ding.
Hey, Zeke, you know better than that.
Sounds like a Zeke move.
Yeah, it was.
That sounds like someone who doesn't.
I
watch,
haven't seen
Melrose
mean
movies.
Zeke too many times. I've seen nice Zeke, but
It's
not
creeping
mean
out
Zeke.
there. It's getting out there a bit
That's
more.
weird because I've never seen nice Zeke. Not once.
Exactly.
Not once.
Anyways, I like wrestling podcasts and I cannot lie. Let's get into it. Hey guys, what's going on in WWE, Mike? First of all, Evail Shinsuke
Yeah.
on Raw was my biggest highlight of Monday night of WWE this week.
It was great.
Like, listen, like they've been letting the Japanese guys just cut their promos with subtitles, and they sound badass. I feel like obviously I think I feel like the mode is everybody needs to be forced to speak English for the audience, and that has been thrown out the window. It's like no, let's let them be what they are, like and subtitle and let's do it right. And that was so well done. Early Io Sky, early Asuka did this, and we really got away from it.
Well, see, I think the reason they got away from it a lot is because if people do in-ring promos, if you speak in a foreign language and you're a heel, you're going to get the what?
For sure.
Yeah.
But
So, I mean,
so this was a really good way to kind of protect Shinsuke and frame him, you know.
absolutely. Yeah.
And and I'm used to seeing this, we watching New Japan and things like that, or even just AEW Impact does this. They just like, listen, we know the accent isn't great. Shinsuke doesn't sound terribly threatening in English because
No.
he's struggling to English, right?
Yeah.
So let's put him in his element that freaking got him here. That's always my thing. Like, let them do the thing that got him there. And that's what we're seeing so much more and more of with WWE. And I think this is really knocking it out of the park with Shinsuke and Seth's back situation. I'm more excited for this payback in Pittsburgh next week than I was for SummerSlam. Okay, like I am freaking excited for this thing, and it's been wonderful.
I'd like to start seeing subtitles as they're doing, like live subtitles as they're doing the promo. I don't think that would be a terrible.
That's pretty hard to do.
It is. I mean, you got closed caption, but it's going to be English closed caption. But I feel like there's something we could do with that, right? But
Yeah.
unfortunately, everything's live. So, like, what could you do? But if you insert things like this, Seth did a backstage promo for some reason.
Well, I mean, the only other thing you can do is you get a translator.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's the thing. Like you had,
Exactly.
yeah.
A translator. It's like with a keyboard that types it out. That segment for a while ago between Asuka and Io Sky, where they were talking Japanese, that at that moment it would
so
be
fun.
it would be even better if we saw exactly what they were saying to each
Well,
other.
don't we have this in AEW because Lucha Brothers have Alex Alvarez, right?
Yeah.
Everantes.
Everantes. Sorry, excuse me. And he, the Penta says and everything. It's part of the thing and the vibe. He gets to be creepy Spanish guy, and then we get to translate creepy Spanish into so we know what's going on. Like
I almost like better finding out what they say after the fact.
I'm with you, Mike. I kind of because when you have a performer like Shinsuke, you don't need to know the literal meaning of what he is saying
No.
to understand the like menace or anything behind it. So trusting a dynamic and charismatic performer to deliver that, and regardless of language barrier, I think is really wise and uncharacteristic for WWE. I'm sorry, I'm just like,
no. Yes.
I think also something that we should really keep an eye on is how many people feud with Seth that end up doing pre-tape promos. Because I think they found out that one time that Seth and Balor had like a back and forth, and Balor couldn't get anything out because of the crowd singing.
There's the singing,
I
but there's also...
I think that's gonna become more prevalent.
But I
as
think
we-
there's a framing, because there's a tone that you can't get to in front of a crowd that, the Seth and Shinsuke stuff this week hits, or the Seth and Finn stuff hits, right? We need to put them in a box to execute a very specific thing in the story, right? And I think that works very, very, very well with that. So I think they're making the right calls here, because singing aside, I think if any other characters, they just couldn't, because just when they're in the ring, it seems so like a lot of them pull it off very well, but like Judgment Day is a perfect example of long-witted and trite, and these are not their words. You know what I mean? Versus, I think when they do certain things backstage or edited, they get to tighten them up a little bit and really, really hone in on that tone. Because we know WWE is like some of the best editors in professional wrestling, and production people, and they're expertly executing that stuff.
Well, I guess that you're not having live subtitles. That's a good heel move for someone that's out of country. Is he's purposely talking not English, so we don't understand him, and that's frustrating us, and that gets him some heat. But what you could do is have live subtitles, but have Shinsuke say something, and then underneath it says, "I am wearing Seth Rollins' boxer shorts right now." He gets saying, "That's all. I didn't say." You look back here, and Seth Rollins, he's typing things out.
Okay, there's one angle.
Yeah, so we could have Edge do that, hold up the cue card and say,
Well,
hold on, guys, I speak Japanese, and just write down.
Rolling back a little bit, maybe this is something where there could be something, because there's always one guy on commentary at New Japan that can translate. Especially like towards the end when they're doing promos and things, or they yell something in the ring, like he tells Kevin Kelly, "Hey, da 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 da," and you can at least follow along when they're doing like that. Because, again, New Japan loves to do that. Whoever won the main event is going to sit there and give like a 5-minute promo for the fans, kind of situation. Yeah. And sometimes it would be a Jay White or Will Ospreay, and you just get to enjoy it as an American fan. Other times you're just like, I don't know how we got to Ace doing an air guitar. I don't know what's happening right now.
Honestly, you know who'd be perfect for this? Funaki.
Funaki?
Oh, isn't he still a color commentator, Japanese color commentator for them?
I don't know. Is he?
I think he's technically SmackDown's #1 announcer.
Like I don't think they go around the table of all the commentators from the other countries right now.
No.
But
They're not even.
No.
But
anymore.
what I'm trying to say is, I kept seeing when they got to Japanese, there's Funaki with somebody.
I'd be curious if he's still a part of that, but also
And Raymond Rougeau was somebody.
It's not like, and I wonder if they could feed the translations. Like, why couldn't they feed the translation? I'm putting air quotes because it's all written and whatever. Into Cole's ear or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Because
they
have people do commentary for Raw and stuff like in other.
Yeah. But even just like whoever the producer is in their ear, like knows what the promo is and says, yeah, he's saying such and such, because they completely.
Although it was fun during that Asuka Io Sky when they were talking back and forth.
Oh yeah.
Asuka goes baka baka, and Corey Graves. I know what baka means. Baka 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 baka.
What does it mean, Bradley?
Stupid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen the translated versions of that conversation. That's the only reason I know that.
So
yeah, it's they're like screaming at each other like, "Oh, you know Japanese? I know Japanese too."
But it's also choice of what they want to do with these characters. How many of these performers are, so foreign language and everything like that. It was so much fun last night watching Sami Zayn out there.
Yeah.
Other than 10 minutes of him not being able to get a word out. I'm sure they killed his promo and just had them come out at that point. But it
Yeah,
really
well,
kind
I
of felt like.
understand
Yeah.
But you know, like all the French, because they're in Quebec and everything, like that was a lot of fun. I had no idea what was going on, and I took French. But still, like that, all you knew was you didn't need to know it's an energy, right? So and that was a beautiful thing, and that's the very cool thing about what WWE is doing right now, because I don't know if it's just smart tour booking or what, but the Quebec thing, the Puerto Rico, the London, the where did they, you know,
Montreal.
Montreal, hitting the you know, it definitely when they're more of the southern Mexican border towns, like they lean into that too. Like it's and they don't make any excuses. Like they're not translating. They're just letting it be and let the reaction happen. And I think that's very, very cool because again, it just kind of shows that kind of universal ness of the whole situation. So, what else has happened in WWE that's worth talking about other than Shinsuke?
Well,
and
Edge
language
might have
barriers?
wrestled. Edge might have wrestled his last match.
Last match in WWE?
It might not be either, but he had a real good match with Sheamus on SmackDown.
Absolutely.
Really good match with Sheamus. And if you, I think it's online somewhere. You can catch what Edge said after the cameras went off the air, and it was really nice message because they were in his hometown and everything like that. So it was very cool to see that kind of reaction for Edge. Beth was in the front row with the kids and everything. Just a real good time.
Tina's calling out the crowd chanting, "We don't fucking care" during Trish and Becky.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
Well, again, that
Yeah,
was
there was some dispute about what that was about, though, because it wasn't necessarily that the crowd was talking about the segment or the like storyline between them, but more importantly, the like content of what they were talking about, because it was like dissing the town and the hockey and everything. So there's been some dispute about what the crowd was actually saying they don't care about. I don't follow WWE regularly, as everyone.
Yeah, I think
knows,
I think it was over Trish's part of it too. So
Yeah.
So I mean, she was
Well, I
playing
mean,
heel.
this feud, like if you were playing GM mode, it would be listed as stale at this point.
Because
So
it's extended out so freaking long with not much happening,
Because
right?
the payoff was should have been at SummerSlam, right?
Right.
shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Feels like it for sure.
But
So
I
where is
think-
it going now?
Well, now it's gonna be in a cage match at Payback.
Which Payback needed a little bit of going on there, right?
Maybe
And I have a
that's-
feeling,
So
yeah, I have a feeling next week in the Falls Count Anywhere match, Trish is gonna try and attack Becky, and I wouldn't be surprised if Lita returns. To kind of
you're really hedging on that Lita return, and
I really am,
and
because I think
want
that
it,
was the
but
I think that was originally supposed to be the plan.
mhm.
But you know, SummerSlam got card heavy, I guess.
Yeah.
Roman and Jay needed to go 40
You didn't
minutes
need
for
the
some
Ronda
reason.
match. You didn't need the Ronda match. I don't think you did.
Well, no, of course not. We never need a Ronda match,
No.
and we'll never have one again.
That's what they said last time.
We'll see.
Every time they make this there's this promise of like, that's it, she's done, it's done.
I
it's
guess I've
over.
never we talk about it on the show when the week after SummerSlam. I've never seen somebody actively leave a show the hour into a WWE show, let alone SummerSlam at Ford Field, and also call it WrestleMania. So that was interesting. Well, we got a lot more to talk about here, and we will talk about all. There's a lot of AEW news that we'll get into here later in the show. Obviously, with All In, and I don't know, a little bit.
And people being shooters.
Yeah. Oh. Yep. Yes.
Not the fun
Someone was
kind.
managed by
When
the wrong horseman.
When we said shoot wrestling, I don't. Yeah, wrong horseman. Yeah. Damn it. But for some reason,
By the way, I apologize in advance. I have a lot of these jokes.
he's been working on these for like.
I've been working.
So you're
Oh,
telling me I should have worn my FTR jacket then?
Fear the revolver.
Fire the right.
All right. Guys, thank you for this is the Wrestling Mayhem Show. You can hit us up at that email address. Good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. And we are on all the social medias at Mayhem Show or Wrestling Mayhem Show, and whatever they may be called these days. I'm not saying that one. And, of course, we are live every Tuesday at around 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time or so, depending on what NXT is up to. So thank you guys for supporting the show and everybody hanging out here live. Tina from Seattle, for instance, part of the Defiance out there. Dave Potter of the iPhoneography podcast that joined us earlier this evening when we were on the Awesome Cast filling in. And Brandon's hanging out on there, and he has requests. And that asshole Zeke Mercer is out there apparently too.
Fucking Zeke.
So,
Zeke. By the way, I saw some shit talking on Twitter.
mm-hmm.
I hope Tati just smacks the shit out of Zeke once for me.
Yes,
Well,
one time.
Zeke, what are you doing, man?
he's
This
kicking
is not
people in the ding
It's
ding.
not the Zeke
he's-
I know.
He said he was gonna step on flowers. I'm like, who does that?
Oh, you're not watching
Zeke,
Thursday
you're
night.
stepping on flowers?
Step
Yeah.
up.
This is a
Flowers.
totally different Zeke than
The
what
team
I've ever
name
heard.
is the Wildflowers. It's Nick's Wild, and we'll see if you recognize who that is later. And Tatiana, and it's wordplay. He's trying to be. They're trying to be clever.
Hey, Zeke, focus up. Attention,
Focus up.
Mad Mike. If you want to study wordplay and you want to be clever on Twitter, you know whose movies you should fucking watch? Mel goddamn Brooks.
I don't think he's ever gonna watch Blazing Saddles, but I want to.
I know he's not.
I want to invite him into the studio, and we're gonna watch Blazing Saddles. Like I
I'll
just
do a
want
watch
to.
along.
Mike, there was a 50-50 chance I thought you were going to say Mel Gibson.
Okay.
No. The Mel Gibson jokes
So,
were
no.
about 3 weeks ago.
You know,
when we were talking
heel
about Payback.
turn, Mel Gibson.
Focus up. I will never recommend anything Mel Gibson.
Now that Mike knows that we can clearly see him, he loves getting closer to the camera. I noticed.
Yeah.
Like, he's just like you can
It's
see
got like intense
all
Mike
of me.
mode now.
Like I think it is the most mad Mike anybody's been able to see because it's just so clear. Just
Yeah, and because I'm so clear, I apologize for anyone who's viewing this and it hurts their eyes. I apologize. I only have so much to work with here.
yes, sploosh. Moving on. Thank you everybody. Patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show that supports the show for reasons. Thank you to our friends at the fan show level, Bo Diggity! Woo! As well as Ed Burke, Team Hammerfist, and Bobby FJ Town. Okay, I felt like there was a one section woo, but it kept going, so I wasn't sure. But if I kept going, you had to keep the woo for the entire announcement. What fell on my knee?
It's Bradley's day. He can woo for as long as he wants.
It's Bradley Day. All woo all the time.
All butts all the time.
Poppy Club level. Damn it. Dave Profod, partner, spouse of Rooster Julia Fair at roosterfair.com, and Rats in a Trench Coat, Tony Kincaid. At the Pizza Club level, Doc Remedy and The Riz. Get well soon, The Riz. And at the manager level, Bradley.
Hey,
Hey,
stop saying my name like
Bradley.
that. Ah.
Wait, how do you want us to say your name?
Yeah, how do you want us to say your name? You're allowed to, like,
You can request.
if you
things.
send me a phonetics saying of your name.
There's all kinds of things that are happening today that I didn't approve of.
Wait, hey, ass, how are you going to say his name?
I'm not-
Bradley.
I'm getting Jim Carrey stuff over here. Man.
Bradley's going to take that home. At this rate.
It's got a
Hey,
front side,
Bradley.
Bradley.
It's gonna-
Bradley, do you have a mint? Perhaps some Banaka?
What do I need that for?
I have to ask you a question.
Ah.
Al sole mio.
And that's the point where we became an Ace Ventura podcast.
Oh, soda mia.
You can
I can
support
do the whole movie.
you can support this fine intellectual conversation at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show, and you also get some post conversation. Like wrestlers talking about musicals happened a couple weeks ago. I can't remember. What did we do last week? Who was here last week? I can't remember.
I don't even remember.
I don't-
I have a sliding door. I could do the Roger Predactor gimmick.
I don't know what that is.
Never mind.
RJ said he would know, right?
RJ said it would absolutely.
100%.
Wasn't
no.
it
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Kincaid last week?
Yeah, it was Kincaid. That's right.
Kincaid talks
Yes.
musicals?
No. Preston Everest talked musicals.
That was the week before.
and that was the week
Oh.
before. I can't remember what we talked about.
But
last
it's
week.
like get a completely different.
We talked about
perspective on
women's
Jason
wrestling
Kidd.
last week.
We did talk a lot about women's wrestling last week. So, bunch of dudes talk about women's wrestling.
Wow.
Yeah, bunch of
Good.
dudes
Good
getting
for
very-
you guys. Good job,
Mhm.
men.
Yes.
So proud of you, men, talking
Yes.
about women.
Yes. Well,
We
okay.
talked about women's wrestling for longer than Dynamite shows it. Yeah.
Well, so like 10 minutes.
Yeah, roughly.
Anyways, Bradley.
Hey, I'm wearing a Tegan Knox shirt. I'm supporting.
There you go. Oh, that's what that is. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
familiar.
Podner was asking in the chat. He's like, "Is that a fancy Nexus shirt?" I'm like, "No."
It does look like a fancy. It's like the next list is like the. It's like.
Although, if Tegan Knox wanted to start her own faction and called it the Noxus, I'd be here for it.
I love it. I love it. Bradley, we are celebrating this week. That's why you are here. Also, you're on vacation and had nothing better to do on a Tuesday night.
Well, not this Tuesday night, no.
Yeah, can you get the microphone a little closer to you, please? I have the gain cranked.
I was in the middle of a Mike's drink, so that's
oh,
why I
okay,
wasn't as
okay.
clear
Get
as I
that
usually.
sip out there. Maybe we'll get a sponsorship. Anyways, so you are 10 years in the game, yo.
This past Thursday.
This past Thursday, there was a wonderful piece on your Facebook, but I don't know if that's public to people. Can you make that public so we can share that in the group, maybe?
Okay.
Well, you don't have to do it right now, but let's talk about it.
Can you share all your personal information? With the
yes,
public
yes,
so that we
yes,
can-
yes. Can you start your social security number? with the
3,
Mayhem
5.
Nation? So
I catch a niner in there.
yeah. So tell me about. Well, first of all, so why why is this such an important milestone for you?
It's been a very big part of my life in the last 10 years. Like many other folks, I didn't have a whole lot of friends before I started going to indie wrestling shows. And then I started going, and then I started meeting more people, and now I've got hundreds of friends. Sorg is one of my closest friends these days. It might change if he keeps allowing butts, but we'll have to see what happens there.
We could be best friends, Bradley.
I don't want to be best friends with the Christmas butt,
Why?
but what I was thinking about, like things I was going to talk about, I couldn't find it. There's one of my friends is like an independent author. She shared a comic that really I felt like it was about book authors, but I felt like it really represented wrestling as well. And there's a fan of an author that's going up to meet the author, and the fan goes, "Oh my gosh, it's that author I really like. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Oh my!" And the author sees that fan and goes, "Oh my gosh, it's that person that really likes what I do. Oh my gosh, And I feel that way very much about wrestling. Between the wrestlers, the promoters, the refs, you go in and show some appreciation, enthusiasm, and support, and those guys are like, I like this person, and then you come back and go to you should go to this thing, you should go to that thing. Well, I gotta see my dad once in a while, but it's been really enjoyable. It's been a lot of fun.
And I think that I've talked about you. You're the crowd fluffer, if you will, at shows. Always remind me of the old Ring of Honor.
As it says on my, I'm the Pittsburgh indie wrestling stunt granny.
The stunt granny, yes, exactly.
Calvin Couture himself told me that's who I was.
And I think that's the thing. Like I think there's a lot of times where you see wrestling fans, and sometimes it's like, oh god, wrestling fans, But there's like a certain positive energy of fandom. Like you're not there to get yourself over, you're there to play along and play into it and have fun with it and not have fun at its expense. Like you bring the right positive energy into it, right?
Try to think about what the promoter wants, and then try to enjoy yourself. If you can't enjoy yourself within the realm of what the promoters wants, then that might not be the place for you. Versus going in and going into business for yourself, bringing big honking WWE belts that you keep on your shoulder the entire night and stuff
Are
like
you
that.
putting down belt marks? Is that what's happening right now? Are you declaring? Is Bradley declaring war on belt marks? Because there's a couple times you're like, yeah, this incident happened, and guess what? They're wearing a big freaking belt. from
Well, that
WWE.
was a different thing at.
So wait, hold on, Bradley. Would you say that you don't like big belts and you cannot lie?
I don't like where this conversation's going.
or where that butt's going.
That's Christmas butt. No, that was a little bit about the. It wasn't Erie's fault at all, but there was two wrestling.
Don't blame Erie.
No, it wasn't very. There were two fans that were sitting right next to me, and so this is an all ages show. It's in a church, and these guys are using the very worst words. To convey their feelings and such. Are you comfortable now, Emily?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to adjust the butt.
This is my show.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Sorry, Bradley.
Sorry she had to butt in there.
I had a wedgie, Bradley.
You
Hey,
know,
Bradley, do you know where wedgies are?
Yeah. Do you know where wedgies are,
We're
Bradley?
supposed to be talking about me.
We are talking
We are
about
talking about you.
But,
kind of we are.
But anyways,
But anyway.
Drinking game.
yeah, you're going along with what the promoters want.
Yeah.
And then you're supporting the product.
The kind of show that's being presented. Like you're along for the ride.
Yeah.
You're not and you can be vocally a part of the ride, right? And not take away. Again, you're like audience enhancement talent sometimes.
If it's needed. I mean, sometimes you go to a show that's probably loud and like I don't need to do anything. But if I don't like it if it gets too quiet. I don't enjoy it. So yeah, if it starts getting too quiet, then I'm like, I want to make some noise. I want to hear people a little bit.
And it's not like we talk about independent wrestling, and there's these are people. This isn't WWE. The most of the shows that we go to around here, I would say 50% of the roster is only a few years in the game, right? And I know we've done shows where we're like, man, half this roster doesn't know how to get a crowd going, right? And I think that's what you're experiencing is you're running into those where it's just like some younger guys that just don't know how to pull the crowd into it. They're just in there doing the moves, right?
I'm not even thinking about that.
Yeah.
But you're probably right. Sometimes
I'm
it
just
might
giving
be
another side of it.
Yeah. So. No, I never thought about that way, but yeah, if two guys are in there, nobody knows who they are. I'm trying from the very start, from the entrance. I'm like, is this a good guy or a bad guy? Should I be cheering or booing?
And if they're doing a good job, it should be relatively clear.
That is true, and
it is part of their job.
That once they come out, they should be doing a couple things that show you that. At the very least,
it's usually how do they react to Bradley?
that helps. I try to help with that.
If they're smart, they'll start with you. So.
I've seen sometimes if it's a brand new crowd, a bad guy will come out and just about give a high five to a kid and pull his hand away. And then, right there. Okay, we know now. Boo, awful person. We don't like you anymore. But yeah, you try to help. You try to help them along a little bit.
There you go. It's a team effort. It's a team effort. So that's good. What is the because I know we talk about because you're always worried about like stepping over the line, right? Of have I gone too far into the over the barrier or whatever?
Unless you're at Impact where they encourage you across the line.
Yes, exactly. But
where's the line?
Is there what is the closest that you've gotten to that line that you think over the years?
Or when I've gone over the line?
Yes. I think probably when you had the microphone.
I was about to say when I had the microphone at IWC. That's probably it. Emily, do you know this story?
I do not know this story.
Well, let me tell you the story.
They gave you a microphone? Or did you
a live microphone.
let me tell you
in front of hundreds of people.
Let me tell you a story.
At least a couple hundred.
Let me tell you a story.
Oh boy, okay.
So the event before, Wardlow lost his title to Jackson Argos.
Mm-hmm.
So the beginning of the next show was a presentation, celebration. Jackson Argos won the title. He's out there at the table, and he and RC Dupree are going at it. Wardlow comes in, angry about everything, chases him off. He kicks the table over. The mic ended up at my feet. So I've got the mic, and I see the staff going around.
He's telling me the story, and I think this is. I think this is after I was there. And I just envision this like cinematic look of you just see a shot of it roll to his feet, and we pan up to Bradley looking at the microphone.
It's about like that.
Considering it.
I
And some
see
suspenseful music plays.
And then I'm watching the staff go around. I'm waving at him like, hey, I got this over here. And my friend Anthony behind me says, do a promo. I'm not even thinking or anything. I just grab it and I turn to him and say, let me tell you something, brother. And my friend Tyler beside me says, I just heard that over the intercom system. I just heard that throughout this building.
Yeah.
And one of the clips, I have a couple of clips on my Facebook. One of them is Chris LaRusso saying, I wanted to kill him. I wanted to kill him.
Oh, because he talked about that on the show, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right. He was talking about when that happened. Oh, you don't know a lot. Mike is live when you have it.
Well, to be fair, why would you? You don't.
Yeah, and to be fair,
You're
can't they shut them off?
You're barely using the microphone here. Look how far away it is.
Well, how am I supposed to get this closer?
Maybe
I'm
sit
good?
up like
It's
an adult.
on an arm that moves, sir.
I don't know how these things. I don't work here.
I don't work here. I love.
There.
Listen.
Is that better?
I just, there's a lot of great wrestling photos that you see over the years on the internet from some pretty substantial photographers, right? I cannot remember another time that I have seen a picture from shooting the Indies of a fan.
That was the same night.
That's the same thing.
Wardlow threw him at my lap. So
You were apparently cradling Jackson Argos in your lap and no-selling the whole damn thing.
Man, you look like Mary
Well,
carrying
Wardlow, when he did that, he looked at me. He says, "Rock him back and forth like a baby." That's literally what Wardlow said for me
Bradley.
to do.
Wait. Was Wardlow calling spots to you? Is that what's
I guess
happening?
that's what he did.
Jesus. So Wardlow was throwing you the mic. He was throwing you people onto your lap.
He was trying to put me over.
Were
I
you
guess.
tagging with Wardlow actively?
God, if you rocked him like a baby, you might be all elite by now.
Wait,
Yeah.
do we have to call the team of you Bradlow?
Bradlow.
Bradlow.
Or would it be Wardley? Which do you prefer?
Bradlow's probably.
Oh.
I would want to put his name first, but Wardley doesn't seem to work as well.
What about War Brad?
War
War Bradley.
Because that seems to be always what they do when they tag him with someone is they put War in front of it. So War Joe, War Brad.
War Bradley.
That's true.
War Bradley works for me.
Why are you ringside outside of a cage?
Which picture you got there?
This looks like it's probably the Ice Gardens. Is that Chris
Oh,
Russo going to kick
I know
you?
what that is. I don't go into business for myself, but when we were at one, they had two rings, one without the cage, one with the cage, and we moved over there, and a couple of fans were messing with me a little bit, and then Chris Russo came over and kept feigning like he was going to super kick me. And then he wouldn't do it. And then he'd feint it again. I fell over, like, trying to get away from him. And then he had a finger, like, this close. I almost got you just this close. He's been threatening me for a long time.
Yeah, he has. There is and just kind of proof of your apparently friendship/partnership with Wardlow. There's the birthday hat picture.
Oh, there's me and Andrew and Kayla and Brittany and
Look at this
Tyler.
crew.
And
Look at
I
this-
think that's Brad Kaler behind Brittany's blue hat there.
It was always a good time when I see this crew at ringside. That's for sure.
Yes.
And then finally, there's the epic incident. Again, the first time you met me. Of course, this is Fuzzy. This is you leg wrestling.
Leg wrestling.
Chest
Leg
flexor.
wrestling.
Oh boy.
Leg wrestling chest flexor over on the floor, just feet from us. There's a you don't see it in the shop, but there is a Christmas tree that's probably way too old for me to have been still putting together to the left. And then I think Flexer took you out with a fireball.
That was the second one.
yeah.
Second. First one I won. Second one he threw fire at me.
Yes,
Oh.
yes. And we're just like, I think that tree's gonna go on fire. That was so no fire in the studio since then.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Until now.
until
Bradley.
now,
That happens.
Emily-
Bring out the fire dancer.
Hey, you can show Emily Bradhausen. Do you have a picture of Bradhausen?
No, I didn't grab it. No.
What if you just
Ah.
randomly have Sparkler rise up out of the butt?
Oh,
Ah.
that would be. That
Just
would
start
have been
shooting out of it.
That would have been a nightmare. A
Oh.
celebratory nightmare. Jeez.
Celebratory ass sparkler.
There you go. I'm still looking for that. I'm still looking for that Brad House.
She's a work in progress. I'll add that feature next time.
Okay. Okay.
But
We'll make-
Bradley, I think while we have you here with the butts, you should try and make peace with the butt.
No.
Yes. Yes. What do you want to say to the butt?
Go away.
No.
No,
I mean,
come on.
Deep
Bradley,
down
Bradley.
in your soul,
Bradley, talk to me.
what would you
No.
say?
Go away.
What? How does it hurt you?
Stop being
Show
a butt.
Show us on the butt.
It's Dutter's fault.
Show us on the butt where it
What
hurts
did
you.
Dutters do to turn you against butts?
She just in a car ride. The first time I ever met her, car ride. All she talked about was butts.
I mean,
That was all it took.
To be fair,
to be fair.
that's all Dutters talks about with anyone.
That is true. That is true.
That's why she's great. It's one
Mhm.
of many reasons that makes her great. She's a great person. Dutters.
Yeah. Dutters and I, and the ginger friend of ours, we were in New York City. We were on top of the Rockefeller Center. All she was talking about was butts.
You can see a lot of butts from there.
So
Exactly. You
many
really
butts
can.
from there. Yes.
See so many
really
butts from
can.
there.
Yes.
So I mean, that just means that she wants to be your friend.
Mm-hmm.
But Bradley, butts
No.
just want to be your friend.
No, Dutter. Stop throwing butts. Don't show him butts.
Butt.
No, no butts.
I like how this
Yeah, it's like it's twerking
Oh,
against
that's
the
it.
picture
That's the picture from the night.
yeah with the
That's
microphone.
like probably a little bit before I said something to all 500 people that were there. Or whatever it was.
Before you cut your first promo.
Yeah.
Oh jeez. It's a lot of RJ City in here too.
There is.
Sorg from the chat room, Podner says you should rename Awesome Cast to Butts Cast.
Yes.
no.
I don't disagree.
It does need a rebranding.
Awesome Butts?
Awesome butts. Okay.
awesome butts.
I think we'll get some. I think we'll get some play. I think,
I think you'll definitely get a more interesting clientele of guests.
Well, I think we're gonna leave you with this image.
That is one of the Superstar show,
Mhm.
and Steamboat had to leave early, and so I was like, I saw an empty table after he left, so I just decided to go back here and make it look like I'm sitting like nobody wants an autograph from me. Nobody wants to talk to me at all. The other thing I remember from that night is Steamboat was like, he wanted to leave early, so he went through the line so that he could see everybody, get the pictures and sign. He wanted to get that so everybody could still get to see him. And somebody presented him with the wrestling album and that he's on.
Okay.
And he was like, oh, yeah, I'm on there. And I told him, that ballad you sang on that album was just beautiful. And he literally looked at me like this. And he just continued his signature and then took a picture with me and went on his way.
So we went from Ricky Steamboats to Ricky Steambutts.
Yes.
Ah.
All right, Bradley. We talked about this last week.
Yeah,
'cause
we're at the end of the conversation with you, Bradley.
we were talking about you attended the Nate 80 show, MV school.
Two of them so far.
Two of them so far.
Yes.
But and these guys are popping up everywhere, right? They're popping up in all kinds of promotions. I think there's like 8 promotions that was on Gianni's post the other day, his booking post. And all these guys, like I think they all started in August of last year. So it's pretty incredible, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we are going to play a game of Name the 880 Trainee. Because
Okay.
we want to see if Bradley. Because
Sorg,
we said,
I thought you had a name the butt game ready.
and some of these
No.
guys have been on the show, so I mean, extra bit there. Okay,
Okay.
extra.
I'll suffer the consequences.
All right, this one-
You wanna
this
rub
one
the butt
should-
for good luck.
No.
There you go.
Just a
Here's
little
It's gonna be
one.
good bad luck.
It's a visual one. It's a visual one. I apologize to the audio, but if you've been following a lot of these guys have been on the show. So here's a picture of a fellow. He's the 880 champion. He's got a frilly vest on. Do you remember his name?
Just talked about.
Gianni Michael Enrico.
Emrico. Close enough.
Okay.
That was an easy one.
That was an easy one. And that is probably, if I can count him this year, that might be the best rookie this year. To be honest with
All
you.
right. All right.
Jackson Argos is going to get upset with you about that.
So
Jackson Argos has won enough Rookie of the Year's awards.
here's
I'm just saying, he told us he was the perennial Rookie of the Year.
That's right. Here you go. Here's another one. The
I
rest
hate
of these,
Jackson Argos.
rest of these are group photos. That's all I could find on such short notice. So you got two here.
I was afraid you'd say two because I know the guy with the bloody shorts is
That's okay. The one.
Casey War.
Yeah, good one. And you can wait to say the other one because as they're in this one, and this is actually a good team photo of all three of the Wildflowers. Okay.
Okay. Well, obviously I know Toddy.
You know Toddy. Yeah. You know
The guy in the blonde, I know his last name is Wild,
Yes.
but the rest I don't remember
That would
right
be
now.
Nick's Wild.
Nick's Wild.
Nick's Wild.
Okay.
Mhm.
The other guy, no idea.
Never won a match at 880.
Never won a match. Currently growing a beard. Will not shave the beard until he wins a match.
Okay. That doesn't help.
Magically was in a battle royal, got eliminated, and was in street clothes and taking pictures for the rest of the battle royal. He's
Oh my!
I know, that was impressive. That is amateur wrestler Reese Wild. Or Reese
Okay.
Hayes. I'm sorry, Reese Hayes.
Hayes.
Yes.
Okay. I remember that name now.
All right, now I couldn't find a proper picture. I only found video clips, and I can't import those right now. So here's
Okay.
a poster. Who is getting the head sleeper hold?
That is Brian St. James.
Brandon St. James.
Brandon St.
Very
Hey,
good.
Okay.
Very good
close.
though. That is for two shots of rando new trainees for you at least. Of course, the rest of us are watching 880 Wrestling every Thursday night on IndyWrestling.us streaming networks. But no, that was a good job. Good job, Bradley. I give
You didn't
high
show
marks for that.
Lola LaRusso,
What?
Amanda.
Oh,
I mean, she's not wrestling. She's
she's had some moves,
but,
and I didn't get Marco in there or
I-
anything.
but
I was just doing the standard first class, and I'm pretty sure I didn't miss anybody. I apologize if I did, but those are ones I've been running pretty hard lately. So.
Well, I had a pretty really pressed for her to become Lulu LaRusso, the heiress apparent.
Heiress apparent.
Yes.
And of course, that's not counting other characters that have been popping up like Steel Dragon and Argos, the Gecko Roman wrestler. So which I think you might have seen at Rise.
Yeah.
yeah.
Vicious Outcast Wrestling Argos was the. It's not Argos, is it?
It's Argus.
Argus. Yeah.
Argus. I think.
No, I
maybe,
remember.
I think maybe was a wrestler at Chikara back in the day.
Yeah.
if I understand.
Yeah, at Vicious Outcast Wrestling, Argus would be there with some ants. Soldier
Yes.
ants or
Yes.
fire ants or
Yes.
something like that.
I remember the
And by the
ants.
way, I can show you.
Oh, where are you going? You're going off the
He's
microphone.
moving, he's moving.
This is highly irregular for a podcast. Oh wait! You got a VOW Vicious Outcast Wrestling
That's just a sticker.
cooler.
Well,
Okay, sticker on the cooler.
back in the day, Bill Molnar, who I'm still friends with.
Who also had a hand in Blackcraft Wrestling? I understand.
Yes, he did. And I'm sure he's got a couple
That
stories about that.
Long-standing
But
tradition.
anyways,
Might have to catch up with Bill.
when I would bring him Rockstar drinks, and he would let me come in before let all the other
Were you
fans. in.
bartering early access with
Yes.
Rockstar drinks?
Yes,
Whoa,
I
That's
was.
all it takes.
Is that what I have to do? That's fantastic.
I'd give him a couple Rockstars, and then Vince Napoli, who did a lot of recording for Black Diamond and for VOW and even PWX a little bit. I would get out of everybody's way. I might talk to one or two people, but I would mostly be over there talking to Vince and talking about our lives while he's putting his camera stuff. So yeah, I have good relations with camera people. Camera people become my friends.
Camera people become your friends.
Yes, they do.
I see a trend here.
Uh-huh.
So because the camera people, they're doing their job. They notice you out there, and they're looking for that, and they're looking for that shot. So anyway, speaking of looking for shots, you can see much of Bradley's wrestling career at IndyWrestling.us and IndyWrestling.net. Apparently. So including, and actually we were talking about moments.
You got a best of Leo Moriarty. Why isn't there not a best of Bradley?
Hell, we haven't released it yet, but we did recently do a best. Well, it wasn't a best of. It was just an everything Ty Cross collection.
Oh, cool.
Who is that?
I don't know. Missy had to do the research.
I don't know who that guy is.
Yeah, Fire Ant. I wonder what happened to them. Yeah. But and also Tina was calling out the time the Raylan chair incident. Which is like one of the most viewed. I think your most viewed incident ever. So.
Well, on that it is, but on Raylan's Instagram, it's the one where she takes Thea Hale's picture and rubs it on her butt and throws it back at me.
Listen,
that literally got 3 million views.
Bradley
on
keeps
Instagram.
sending me this picture. He's like, "Why does this have so many?" Like, Bradley, it's funny, and you have an attractive woman in the video.
Yeah,
And
That's
it's
about it.
basically that's
That's
like the
all.
formula for the internet.
You
okay?
wonder why I don't like butts, and then Raylan just grabs my picture of Thea Hale
Yeah.
before she
And
was
then-
famous, rubs it on her butt, and throws it at me.
And then you add butt stuff, and the internet goes nuts.
man,
Yeah, if there was a cat in that, you could probably change the world with that.
Yeah. You'd be like Logan Paul right now.
well, I mean, unfortunately, it's just the back.
But
of
like
my
not
head.
a terrible person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hopefully, except I mean, YouTube fan might make you a terrible person. We're not. That's inconclusive. Anyways, IndyWrestling.us.
Yes.
This has been an ad, I guess. Okay. So I returned this past weekend to the Mecca. And I
Sorg.
What?
Come on.
What? Okay, the other Mecca, the extreme Mecca.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Because I've been
Okay.
to the Mecca. Okay.
I'm like, come on.
I did go to Madison Square Garden
Sorg,
for a
Sorg,
Royal
you're
Rumble.
You're giving Philly just too much credit.
Well, yes, I know.
Just in general.
But I'm just gonna say it's a nice place now, Mike. Listen, okay. So the last time I was at ECW Arena, I've been there twice. A Chicago weekend in I think it was 09. We went out with a bunch of the Mayhemers, and
It was 2010.
was it 10?
No.
No.
The Yankees had already won the World Series.
That's right.
Because
you were-
I wore
how
my
you track
Yankees
time,
World
yeah.
Series gear.
Okay,
baby.
okay. Then I might be off a little bit. It might be 2011 was the last time I was there. Because,
Yeah, I think that sounds
after
right.
that was a Ring of Honor HD net taping. There was a TV truck out back. I think it's the first time. That or the Chikara show was the first time that I saw El Generico without their mask on, walking past the parking lot. But anyways,
Was it just like a blank slate?
yeah, it was weird. It was weird.
Was it the question?
I didn't even
Like
see him.
DC's
I
the
didn't even see them
question?
when they were in town for IWC. So I've been. That's where we did the Steve Corino interview, for Montreal Theory and everything. Like, Mike, I am, and again, you haven't been there since they've renovated, right?
No, I haven't been there
Oh.
since the King of Trios.
Brother, it is astonishingly different. And you remember the shots, there's the crow's nest, there's like everybody's jammed in there, there's bleachers on the side when we were there for Ring of Honor and stuff. And like you remember how we were like kind of over by the bathrooms when we thought we were interviewing Eddie Kingston, but it was just a fan that looked like Eddie Kingston? Yeah, like that whole thing. All of that's gone. All that's gone. The entrance isn't even the same place. It looks like they took like several of the businesses that were there and expanded it out. They have a whole open bar area. Let me see.
Wow.
Let me see if I can grab some of
Do
the
they still
pictures
have an
here.
area to play Connect Four with a giant luchador?
They would have
turtle?
even more space to
Okay.
play Connect Four with a giant turtle. So,
Good.
no, it's pretty fantastic actually. You come in through this bar area. They did up the entire bathroom. I did not take much pictures of the bathroom except for the ECW sign, mural sign, which I think most of you guys have seen. It's in the men's room, which I did not realize when I insisted a year ago when Missy went to work there for New Japan. I was like, get a picture in front of the mural, and she's like, I'm in the men's room, and I was like, oh. I had no idea. And she's like, I would have panned over in the video to show you that at the urinal, the bathroom was right there, but there was literally somebody peeing at the urinals. And I was like, oh, okay. Whoops. So No, so they do have that whole section like it's a subway station too, Mike. So and they have these big.
Hold on.
Mm.
Like a subway transit station?
Yeah, like it's no,
Or-
not
or
yeah,
a
no, the
Subway
the
sandwich.
sandwich shop, Mike.
Sorg, it's Philly. You never know.
Jeez. And they have a giant, wide open bar area with signs for old ECW and barely legal, like these art kind of plaque things above this bar. And then they let you into the arena. They knocked out the entire hallway in the back. They have a full stage set up and light rig and this is the venue. Mike, I've done so many combat sports and pro wrestling over the years. I've never been to a place that was so easy to set up.
You've done cowboy wrestling.
No,
How many times have you done cowpoke Paul matches? You've done
Yes,
cowboy
yes,
wrestling.
yes.
That's where it counts.
That's the Mike's Hard Lemonade, and you go back to the coffee. So it was so nicely laid out. It was a venue made to do pro wrestling and combat sports. That's literally all it's listed there. So I think there was like a gala or something that was going in there too. So because I think they may do weddings for what we know.
Oh my God! Could you imagine that at the ECW Arena?
Exactly.
Oh wow!
I just was
Like
astonished.
whenever they say I do, the whole day is just chance you fucked up.
Oh boy.
It was wonderful. If
jeez.
you see the pictures, go to Instagram. I just posted a bunch over at Instagram.com/Sorgatron. I can't pull it up because we're out of inputs for tonight. But it was I can't. I don't think since the first WrestleMania I went to, I walked into the venue and it was awestruck by it because it was shockingly different. And had so much space that I don't remember from last time. It's not the sweaty, small, non-air conditioned, definitely air conditioned, bingo hall of the old days. It is like they really, really put a lot into this, and it's a really, really cool experience. So, and plus it's the Philly crowd, and plus it was the Juniors Festival, so it had a lot of great bonkers talent, and it was the Impact New Japan show, and it was so much fun. And I was very fortunate, thankfully. I was on tech support, so most of the work I did was before the show, and I was there to put out fires if anything went awkward, like replacing batteries here and there, some things that were having some problems and things like that to make sure the show goes smooth. So I mostly got to sit back and watch, have on the headset, listening to the guy that's done Ring of Honor for the last 10 years, calling the shots and learning a little bit of how he's managing that kind of situation. We had, maybe I'll talk more on the Patreon, but we had people in our headsets, especially for the Impact show, like agents. That's the first time I've had like an agent in ear set, like talking about, hey, this is going to happen, and maybe certain ECW legends cracking up in the cracking jokes in the headsets about things. Like it was a really cool experience for that kind of stuff. And of course, Patrick and the crew out there in New Japan are always fantastic to work with. It was a really, really cool. It was strange. Like everything went super smooth. Like I still feel like I'm jinxing it saying that.
I just saw your Instagram. It looked like a really nice setup.
Oh yeah, it's a really nice. Actually, a lot of the core setup was actually our equipment that ran those shows between streaming on Friday because they only stream the Japanese side on Saturday, so you can only see that Junior Festival on New Japan World right now. And there was an English one, a feed for that. And
What was the main event?
So they had a tournament for the event, and it was Mike Bailey and Kevin Knight in the main
Okay.
event. The winner got this marshmallow character. If you look at Speedball's,
Holy crap! They got a marshmallow person.
I think it's a sponge or
Wow.
something. It's some cleaning product from a Japanese company that was this LEC presents.
Is it Mr.
this-
Sparkle?
I don't know.
Oh,
what,
man.
I don't
They
know
got-
what it is.
They got Marshmallow Mr. Sparkle, man. That's
But the best thing is,
that's worth it.
we're in Philly, and I'm sitting there, and we're going over what this one match is going to be, and I should really see it's the Pat's King of Steaks ladder match And I'm missing words in there, and
It's a
Todd,
three-way tag.
I don't think you are.
right?
and Todd, Tom, the former Tom Phillips, I can't remember what his new name is. His real name probably. But he's from Philly, so he was taking it really personally when nobody said the entire name on the second night.
They probably did a Daniel Bryan. They switched it, so his real name is actually Philip Michael.
Yeah,
Thomas
something
or
like that. I can never remember what his last name is now. Also, Veto's there both nights. Matthew Drama King, Matthew Renwald, I think it is. I listen to these guys like every week, and I never catch
Is
their
it
names.
Pat LaFrida's steak sword?
No, is it
I don't
Pat
know.
King
I'm
of
at-
Steaks? I don't know. Either way, I have pictures also up there. You see these cheesesteaks across the production table.
Pat's King of Steaks. That's
Yes, that's it. And you had to say Pat's King of Steaks ladder match. Something ladder match.
I mean, it sounds
for
like
it.
you're taking a stand when you say that.
And the winner got the steak, the cheesesteak. But the winner was Doki, who wears a mask.
Oh,
And
I had to enjoy that out of sight.
the question came up somewhere. It was like, what if the winner is vegan? And there's a point where like they did a ladder spot where Hiromu is laid out, like fell off the ladder. They have like the ladder bridge thing to the turnbuckle, and Hiromu lands there and stays there through the duration of the whole, like presented, like the guy from Pat's came in and presented a tray of cheesesteaks. Because there's actually a bag from Pat's hanging from the ceiling, and it hung there all night until the match, which was like match 5 of 8 maybe. It was a tag team ladder match, and not with established tag teams.
No, it was really
was-
bizarre matchups, right? Like, wasn't Hiromu tagging with like Rocky?
I think it was Rocky, yeah. so Rocky steals one and eats some of it. Hiromu, and then I think Rocky comes over, and there's a picture on my Twitter of they stuck the cheesesteak in Hiromu's mouth, so he's just laying there laid out on a ladder with the cheesesteak just sticking up out of his mouth.
That sounds about right.
Honestly, who among us hasn't ended a night exactly like
Who among us hasn't? Who among us who knows anything about Hiromu Takahashi hasn't expected this very scene to happen at some point?
And it was great,
That's
but
a
he
good
took a big bite of it, rolled off the ladder and fell down, and took another bite. But in between, the cheesesteak was definitely like in his hand on the mat. And I was like, don't eat it, no! So, yeah,
Is
yeah.
this the same cheesesteak that had potentially been hanging above the wrestling?
No, they brought a tray of them. It's all right. I will not give the secret of the bag away. But
I won't say who, but I went to a promoter with a very similar idea.
no!
Which like it was pizza, like having like the winner of whatever battle royal or whatever thing gets the pizza, and that puts over the cheesesteak. They're all like, "Oh my god, I want that cheesesteak," and they're all fighting each other so they can get that cheesesteak.
I'm sitting there as we're going over this match, and I'm just thinking first I'm like, this is a really weird concept, and I'm just like, nah, this is where they had an anime character come out and dance at Wrestle Kingdom one time. This is actually kind of normal, and we're in Philly, right?
And you're in Philly.
And you're in Philly, and it was and man, did we have a lot of cheesesteak and catering. It was,
that sounds delightful.
it was something, and we still have some in the
was
fridge.
It basically crafty.
What's that?
What was it? Was it catered? Was it crafty? Just everyone just cheesesteak, like make your own cheesesteaks and everything.
No. It was just piles. It was like, yeah, to American
Wow.
and Whiz, you're ready to go. So yeah, there was just like wrestlers eating cheesesteaks all day long. It was crazy.
So they really did up the bathroom game at the arena.
Oh, they definitely upped the bathroom game. Because remember, there was like 3 stalls before.
Yep.
No, there's like a whole line of them. I'm just like, okay, all right. This is they know the audience here. There's like 20 stalls. All right, I got you. So it was not as scary as the first time and the second time. And I realized I only go to ECW Arena for multi-day events.
Get your trip to Philadelphia's worth.
Absolutely. And I got to see the site of WrestleMania. So because we drove by it every day on the way to the hotel. So a great experience, great people. Got to have some great conversations with some people, and looking forward to it. They do have Las Vegas is announced next. I don't think I'm going to it because of scheduling conflicts, but I'm sure Missy will. But at Sam's Town. I'm jealous. I wanted to be at Sam's Town because I know a lot of things work out there. So I'm gonna see if I have any more notes on that. That was pretty crazy. Definitely, if you get a chance, the Multiverse show is on Fight. I don't know if these are going to be part of the New Japan Strong show, because I know they did that with the last one with Resurgence. And I don't know if they do much with the multi. I think they put some highlights at least on Impact's Twitter page. It's kind of handled separately from, because like Impact has a show this Sunday, so, and we'll get to this in a moment. But you could go watch All In, get that pay-per-view, and if you have the membership for YouTube or Impact Plus, you can have a complete wrestle day.
Oh my gosh!
You act like All In's going to be done before Impact starts.
It's going to start at 1 p.m.
Start at 1 p.m. Yes.
Starting at noon if you want to watch both MJF matches.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, because the buy-in's going to be early, right?
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens with that. But in the meantime, we're going to go to a quick break here, and then we're going to talk about All In and find out what we learned. And probably there'll be some more butt stuff. We'll see.
Dungeon Master Bearcat Keefot here. And previously on Top Rope Tabletop, the gang found themselves in a misty and spooky village where the people didn't seem quite right. Turns out the village was under control of an Elder Oblex, a being who could absorb people and their memories and create duplicates and spawn of its own to control places and conquer. The gang is surrounded in the town hall by the duplicates on the outside and confronting the Elder Oblex. Will they survive and take revenge on this town that has fallen? Or will they perish and become spawn for the Oblex? Find out next time on Top Rope Tabletop, Sunday, August 13th. We'll be live. See you soon.
The trophy, because there's a new trophy.
This one-man cult, this one man who fought
Revenge Pro.
maybe to win this with his experience in ladder. East Coast area. Look, Katie Arquette.
Oh my God! Several ladders.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Showkeys.
Oh my God! This is one of them.
Oh! For the execution. Underneath. Oh! And now Katie Arquette's back. Out.
Spanish fly!
And Arquette again. And now Red needs a spear. Through. Spear into the ladder. Chair, look out. Katie Arquette. Oh! Trying to block. He's trying to hold on.
Oh, nope.
Shot to the head. Colby just, and as I said, Colby Red has found his way to the top of the card from the bottom to the top.
Together a situation where you are competing. No one really likes Bill Collier in this ring.
265 pounds.
Again, Jones is now going to be the solo guy.
It seems like starting out here.
This is heavyweights with the capital H as Bill Collier. This is one fall to a finish.
Yes. And now Eads setting up. Balance. Jones doesn't even know what's. Has that ability to just wait it out. You got to take your spot, and Bill Collier still believes he won, but certainly not with Collier. There it is. Another choke slam. Got it. The floor. He's got Jones lined up. Spear. Just wait a minute. Big time shot. That's it.
Wrestling Mayhem Show. Sorgatron in the studio. Mad Mike in parts unknown. Bradley with the butt. There you go. And Emily Fair bringing the ass.
Also with the butt.
Yeah. A lot of butt play happening today. What has happened? There's a lot of visual today. I apologize.
That's show title. A lot of butt play happening today.
Man. Well, it was Bradley-Versary because I preloaded it, but to save me time. But we'll see how that goes. There's something happening. Allegedly, the biggest wrestling show ever this weekend. I had a question about this claim.
Yes.
Because I'm like, wait a minute. 93,000 in the Silverdome, brother.
I thought it was 103 in Silverdome.
No, that was another one. That was another one that was 103. Both, because I had to get this clarified, and I looked at Wikipedia, the ultimate source for true numbers.
Yes.
And apparently both of those were disputed.
Yeah,
so
they've always been disputed.
So what will stop this from being disputed?
Ticket sales?
But then you're like, oh, well, you sold tickets, but not everyone showed. Like,
Yeah,
exactly. Like
everything is disputed nowadays. No one believes
wrestling.
anything.
I'm trying
Everything
to figure
is a
out.
I thought the most attended show was that North Korea show where you either went there or you got killed.
Where was that too? There is the plus, well, even look at WrestleMania. They're claiming that they had the largest gate ever, and they haven't even had the show yet, based on the first day tickets. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's 2 or 3 days of pre-show.
Well, that's probably true. Like 92,000 tickets, probably 45,000 over each day.
Yeah, exactly.
That tracks.
So, which is like, how did we do that when it's a venue that's smaller than the last 2 years?
But it's for WrestleMania. So
Okay.
it's not for WrestleMania Night 1 or WrestleMania Night 2.
Right.
It's
And
for
this is separate. They say the
5.
largest gate, so they're just saying like that. That's compared to other WrestleManias. We're not comparing. This is something. This is an apple and oranges. Like the largest gate is not the largest attended wrestling show ever, right? Which they are saying based on the ticket sales that say X, right?
Yeah.
So how that shakes out, I mean, I don't think we're going to lose 20,000 people here.
Plus, it's Philly. They're desperate to see champions there. So I mean,
Jeez.
they certainly don't see them in the winter.
It's going to be an entire 6 months of 8 months. When is the show? 8 months of Philly bashing here as we all get ready to go to Philly.
To be fair with me, it's an entire 12 months of Philly bashing. So I don't know what
That
you're
is
on
true.
about.
That is
Yeah,
true.
you are 24/7 Philadelphia bashing.
Yeah, I'm a Yankee fan. I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm a Penguins fan. Pretty much anti-Philly in every regard.
He's really got your number, Philadelphia.
That's right. That's right. So
I sure do. And you know what that number is? 0.
Ooh, burn.
I still love when the Tron guy for the Pirates was trolling the Philly fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My friend who works for the Pirates told me, like, just confidentially, that they kind of got in trouble for that. It wasn't entirely signed off on, so there won't be more of that, which is a big bummer because I think they should do it for like everyone we have real rivalries with.
Absolutely.
I mean, it was so good.
One of my favorite Twitter accounts is Days Since Flyers Cup or something like that. It's like all of NSYNC has been born since the time the Flyers last won the cup.
Listen, let's just treat the board at the Pirates game like, let's say 2012 Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, God.
You know, the good old days when everybody was clever, but not like an asshole.
Okay, it's at Since Flyers Cup. Oh, God. So great.
On the Twitter?
On the Twitter, on the X, whatever you want.
No, Twitter.
It is so on June 13th they posted.
my
It's been 17,549 days since the Philadelphia Flyers have won the Stanley Cup. The newly crowned Stanley Cup champion Vegas Golden Knights have existed for 2,095 days.
I love the pinned one was days since Flyers is from June 11th, 2017. Days since Stanley Cup 15,356. Days since Penguins last Stanley Cup 0 because that's what they wanted. Anyways, we're getting to sports ball here. All in is happening. MJF and Adam Cole.
Hold on. Before we
Double
talk
match,
about
baby.
the card,
Yes.
should we talk about the controversy?
Well,
It's gonna work its way into the card at some point. So.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right, we'll talk to him when we get there.
So I talked a lot with Missy as a former law professional. I guess you never really leave. Paralegal. Okay, just don't want to get her in trouble with the bar. Because I was telling her like, oh no, Cash Wheeler, this is happening, and it's a felony charge, and he's charged with it. And there's a $2,500 bond. He has to surrender any weapons that were not already surrendered to authorities, et cetera, and not have contact with the victims. So the story as it goes, the claim is, and again, this is all alleged,
of course,
because we are in America. Damn it. Is that he was road raging and waved a gun at people he was passing on the highway. As he was taking an exit or something like that, and they were both committed to it and everything like that. The person pulled over, called the cops, had the license plate and everything, and a description of and the whole deal. So there's that. So it feels a little he said, she said on this thing, but there's still the claim and the charges and everything like that. Missy, wife of the show, thinks there was no way he's leaving the country with this charge on him, right?
That's what I assumed.
And I think that's what everybody assumes. Statement from Tony Khan, I think today, is that we are monitoring the situation. We still think that there's information that is not clear yet, and it is. There's no like video evidence or anything of this. It really is just an experience in what they've claimed, right? So I don't know what more you could do one way or the other. I'm not a law professional. So, benefit of the doubt here. Apparently, this is from how we are reacting to this situation. When I think we'll find out clearly on Wednesday when Dynamite goes on air, and they're going to tape the rest of this shit. By the way, I think get ready for a weird collision, because they talked about how they're going to be hearing from people in London on Saturday's Collision show, which is
I have a feeling it's gonna be like the SmackDown they used to do
from WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
That's what I'm kind of feeling too. So
because Rampage is already taped.
Really? Okay.
Yep. Rampage they taped it at the end of last week's Collision.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. But they're not WWE. Like they need a couple of days to get everybody out.
No, even WWE pre-tape shows when they go to London.
Absolutely. Or
Saudi. When money. Unless you're running a SmackDown live in London, which they did for Money in the Bank, but I believe did not do for Clash at the Castle. They always bank a show before.
They'll bank a show, or they'll split the roster or something like that. So like they have a little more to play with there.
Well, that could be a pop that they could get. Like they don't say anything until he actually appears if he gets there. So Tony might want to keep it in the fog.
I don't think you want to save that for a pop.
I don't think you want to save
that for a pop. That seems ill-advised.
No, even looking at Collision, they're running plenty of promos and talking up this match. So they have not deviated from the plan. Maybe they're waiting to hear more of this situation, because again, I think this came down Friday. Yes, and then Saturday was
billionaires
Collision.
Involved there. They'll figure out some way to get.
Yeah, they'll figure. There's enough. It's like, listen, this guy's got a thing. Biggest ever, record breaking.
Would you like tickets?
Would you like tickets? You like wrestling, Mr. Florida Judge?
Have you ever been to London,
Mr. Florida Judge? Do you want Jacksonville Jaguar season tickets for life?
Mr. Traumatized Autoist, would you like some tickets to go watch your trauma bringer?
Yeah, it's witness tainting.
Would you
ever met Brandon Cutler?
Would you like to catch a pass from Trevor Lawrence?
Yes.
Oh, sports ball. So I think barring.
Or also, would you just like money? I have a lot of it.
Hey, look over here. Have you ever met my friend RJ City? There he is.
Although it is a criminal charge at this point, so I don't think they can buy their way too far out of this one.
Would you like to eat muffins with one Phillip Brooks?
Would you like to get power bombed by Worth? You don't know people's kinks.
That's you should charge a lot for that sort.
Hey, I recommend have Wardlow throw a guy in your lap. It's a great experience. I've had that. go for that one.
Recommend 5 stars.
Yes.
Wardlow is welcome to throw himself on my lap if he wants to.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa,
Hey, guys,
whoa,
oh my gosh.
whoa.
Honestly, seconded.
Yeah, Mike, come
Yeah,
on.
why
You
not?
know what's up, Mike.
Why not?
Why not?
Absolutely.
My favorite wrestling picture ever. We snagged a picture back in fall of 2018 at IWC. One of my favorite, I have very few pictures with wrestlers, but it's with me and my wrestle wife Bridget with Cole Cabana, but Wardlow is photobombing in the back, just flexing, just going.
Two of CM Punk's favorite people.
I say this with love.
Right.
Yeah. Wardlow is an adorable meathead.
I'm a fan of all adorable meatheads.
Yes,
just saying,
Real-
Intellectuals can take a hike.
And you know, and I'll say that seriously. Like Wardlow, Michael.
To use a government name.
Usually yes. You know, he comes off just like, oh god, this guy's gonna be a fucking meathead. You know, just fucking going off and doing whatever. And he was like, he's the nicest dude. Like he comes off really, and I think that's what's gone a long way with him because he's smart. He's down to earth. Like he's not like.
Sorg,
half
what
the
you're
m-
saying, what you're really saying is, Mike's coming all flavors.
Yeah, it does.
yes.
Oh.
Sometimes they have war in their name.
Leaving a show once, Wardlow was talking to my friend Brittany, and I'm very close friends with Brittany. So I leave. I'm going to leave, and I hug Brittany. I'll see you later. Okay, I'll see you later. I just gave him an unwelcome hug, and he looked at me. I just walked away.
Was this before you started tagging together and he liked you to do
Well,
his
maybe,
award?
maybe that was his just to give me something in return. He gave me a Jackson Argos.
Listen, if anything ever happens, that Wardlow has to leave AEW is on the Indies again. We need to make this happen for Bradley Championship Wrestling. So, you know, just to make it happen. I mean, if God, I don't even know.
Past
which road
the
I could
Argos
go.
match.
Yeah, past the Argos. Anyways, okay, let's get back
slice
into
on,
it.
slice
Wrestling.
on Broadway on a pole match.
Back on point of order. Point of order.
AEW.
All in.
No.
I
Point
got
of
her.
order. Is this Mayhem Mania?
No, more about himbos.
More about him.
Come on.
All right, so back to himbos.
Back to
All right,
Back to
so
himbos.
if I
All
could-
right, let's talk about RJ City.
I was gonna mention actual himbos.
So
Look, if this summer of the Barbie movie taught me anything, is to embrace the himbo. Because they come in a beautiful rainbow of himbos.
Yes.
A beautiful kaleidoscope tapestry of himbos.
Emily, this is a question.
Yeah, but-
More of a thought experiment, really. What match do you think that you've seen has the most Kenergy possible?
Mike, this is a dream question.
Oh no.
Wow. Oh boy.
Jimmy Nuts versus Darren De Niro.
And question closed.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't know if we beat that, honestly.
Sorry, it's very local for you guys. I'm sure, although I'm sure it's posted on the YouTube.
I think we get the gist by the names.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. I mean,
Honestly,
the man with nuts in his name.
Jimmy Nuts.
they say not to judge a book by their cover, but sometimes you can.
Yeah, sometimes it's just fine.
I was just messaging Jimmy the other day. I'll have to tell him about that. I just mentioned that. I
that
have to
he
now.
is qualified for the most Kenergy match.
I randomly ran into Jimmy Nuts in line at the airport in the Southwest cattle line.
Oh my gosh.
We were going the same place. I can't remember where I was going. Somewhere on the other, like Vegas or something. And yeah. So I got to catch up with them. Like, you know, as much time as they give you at Southwest and the
you
A
hear
boarding
people all the
group.
time saying they miss them, but let's not AEW. Wait,
I got
AEW.
Mike asked me a question.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and I answered it.
I was vamping to give you
It
time
wasn't
to
your
think
right to answer. It was my question, Bradley.
Bradley, I don't trust your Kenergy scale reading.
Also, to be fair, I don't have a good answer for this direct question, but I will tell you, and people will fight me on this, but I'm telling you right now, the wrestler that has the most active Kenergy out there is Speedball Mike Bailey.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
I don't know. He could be.
Come on.
He looks like an Allen, but he radiates Kenergy.
He radiates Kenergy.
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah,
side by
he does.
side.
He does.
I saw the Barbie movie more than once, and I've watched more than a few speedball matches.
Oh,
in the
you're
last
like me
couple
with
months.
Guardians of the Galaxy. I got you. And Transformers.
Right. Barbie was my Marvel movie, and I
Okay.
only need the one. I don't need anything else. I just have the Barbie movie. That's all I need. But if you compare some of the like side by sides, especially when they do the like action sequence with the Kens, like the Ken battle, with like some of the poses that Mike Bailey makes, it's like it's dead on. He has the highest level of Kenergy possible for a wrestler.
Emily, this is a sidebar. If you want a Marvel movie of Kenergy,
Okay, all right.
Thor Ragnarok has a lot of Kenergy.
Look, I'll
in
get
it.
behind anything that has Taika Waititi behind it, so I will. I will
Because-
absolutely, yeah.
Thor is the ultimate himbo in that movie.
What are you doing? What is
Emily,
that?
Oh God,
that's Darren De Niro.
That is okay.
Is
That's
that
a,
where you're touching his hair?
that's a himbo.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is one hell of a himbo right there.
I probably have
Hey,
a Jimmy
Darren.
Nuts, and that's I mean, of all the wrestlers I know, he's probably the closest to being.
Hey, Darren.
Bradley, don't
Darren, are
show
you out
Emily
there?
your nuts without consent.
Well, I just wanted to try to see him.
Darren, I'm married and have a child. Look me up.
and she brings the ass. Anyways, the other
Tina is saying that Ricky Starks has Kenergy too.
Oh, Tina, you were so right. And
Oh.
he has the like other Tina, I assume you've seen the movie. Hopefully, I know that you're a woman of taste. He has the like other Ken, the like combative Ken energy, which is just it's so good. No, Tina, call it absolutely. God.
So this segment's supposed to be about All in London, and
Honestly, Sorg, we're giving it as much thought as they have.
okay. Oh, come on.
What? There's a lot of
You know what?
announced
You know what?
on
It
this
doesn't
show.
matter anymore because all this has been thrown up in the air with all the visa
Yeah.
problems and injuries.
Precisely.
So
Who knows what will happen? Maybe it'll be a big himbo battle royale the whole time.
Oh,
All
man.
of
Honestly,
London
no,
erupting in a
but-
sea of himbos.
But for real, the six-man tag with the Golden Elite versus Takeshita and Bull Club, that's the battle of the himbos.
that is.
Oh.
That's an ultimate himbo battle.
Oh boy,
It really
yeah.
is.
Which,
Yeah, Omega Konobushi is a yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Kota,
actually,
Kenny,
there
and
you go.
Hangman.
Ibushi and Speedball had that match during WrestleMania weekend, right? Right there. Highest
Okay.
degree of Kenergy possible in a single room.
concentrated himbo.
Concentrated himboism.
Himboism?
Oh, Sorg, that's the show title. Concentrated himboism.
This is the
So,
reason why I won't
Bradley,
get sleep
what
tonight.
percentage of himbo are you at this point?
Himbo?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I saw you jamming at Bond Journey.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, that's true. I was
Then
doing that.
If you go into things like Bond Journey and you're into wrestling, you're at least 15% himbo.
Whoa! Tell her your Bond Journey connection.
The drummer cuts my hair.
For those that don't know, there's this group around here called Bon Journey that plays just Bon Jovi and Journey covers as their set.
They're not just a Bon Jovi cover band. They're not just a Journey cover band.
They're
Bon
both.
Jovi and Journey cover.
And they're not just in this area. They go all over. They go to the
Yes.
Dakotas and, you know, they go very far. It's not, it's as a
I like how
tribute
you,
band.
you single out the Dakotas.
They go here. They go to the Dakotas.
You
I'll
know,
just go-
all the hot spots of indie rock and roll.
I don't know all the places they go.
What
but they
I
go
want
very
to know
far.
is, do they have pool in South Dakota? So I'm asking about any local band.
Hey,
What's
Bradley,
their Bismarck
Bradley.
connection
Hey,
like?
you know
damn
what?
it, I was just gonna make a Bismarck joke. Damn it! Damn it! I was gonna ask what their Q rating in Bismarck was. Damn it!
This is the best.
Oh boy!
So London?
So London.
London, baby!
Over under if Vim's going to be there. Is Vim 1 in 80,000?
Oh, Vim, if you are there, we need a live Kenergy scale from you for every match.
Yes, the number one fan.
This is it.
Vim.
Like
Yes.
this is all I'm rating wrestling shows from now on. Forget star ratings. Forget like all-time greats. Every show I watch, doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter if it's New Japan. Doesn't matter if it's GCW. Doesn't matter if it's Joy Wrestling. Every match, every show I go to is getting Kenergy ratings from now on.
This is the best thing since the Dutter's bulge meter.
Oh, God. Oh,
Nothing's,
my. Oh,
nothing's
jeez.
beating that,
Yes.
obviously.
Which
Well,
slightly
honestly,
related.
Aren't they a little one in the same?
Slightly related, and I think this came up on RJ City's show. Apparently, there's a Jack Perry Bulge Twitter account.
Oh yeah, yeah. And apparently Jack Perry is also very ball forward.
Yes, that's what we learned. Yes, exactly.
I believe we all learned that as wrestling fans, and if you didn't know it before, you know it now.
The more you know.
Is he going? I admit I've been checking in and out on AEW a little bit recently. Is he going by Jack Perry now exclusively? He's no longer Jungle Boy.
Yes.
So I can't refer to his sister as Hot Jungle Sister anymore.
Oh, I think you can.
You still can.
Yeah, I think I probably have to.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, and I also have not seen a picture of the sister, so I'm.
You haven't seen Hot Jungle Sister, Mike?
I don't believe I have.
Christian was like berating her at ringside for a few weeks.
Okay, yeah.
They appeared a couple of times, his mom and sister, and I got a major thing for Hot Jungle Sister. I was very sternly corrected on Twitter by someone who was like, "Her name is blah." I'm like, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's Hot Jungle Sister.
Doesn't matter. Hot Jungle Sister.
Sophie
Yeah,
Perry?
no.
So yeah, I'm sure she has a very lovely name. That doesn't matter.
Sophie is a lovely name.
Sophie is a lovely name, and I hope that she's having a
Yeah.
great day. Hot Jungle Sister. Look
People also ask, are Jack Perry and Anna Jay still together?
Ooh.
I'm currently dating Anna Jay as of June 29th. There
Just
you go.
'cause-
Thank you, Google.
Just because they didn't do like the Sammy Guevara Ty Mello thing where they like immediately got married and immediately got knocked up. People were like, oh, they're not together anymore.
And I think the pregnancy's a work.
Hot Jungle Sister has 2 credits on IMDb. One in The Theory of Everything. She played Lucy Hawking.
Okay.
And in AEW Dynamite as Jungle Boy's sister.
Okay, so if they're referring to her as Jungle Boy Sister on IMDb, I am okay to call her Hot Jungle Sister.
Yeah.
Until things change.
Do you think
I
she'll
used
be
to
in
call
one?
I used to call Lindsay Dorado Kitty Cat Man, and that was fine.
I forgot to ask him if he liked that or not. Done a couple shows with him.
It's so cute.
It's Kitty Cat Man.
I also don't know who he is backstage. So.
Well, Sorg, he's the one that's rubbing up against the walls and is really going after the cardboard box.
You go to any
a box.
You go to any wrestling show and you're like, I don't recognize this weirdo over here, and it's like turns out he's probably the mask guy in the show later.
Sorg, here's what you do. Next show you go to that he's on, bring your laser pointer. Anyone that immediately follows the point, you know who that is.
Just,
that's good. That's good.
Just bring a little like baggie of treats and go.
I can't wait to tell you after the show who I was like, who the fuck is this guy, and realized who it was that's under a mask later.
I love it. I love it.
You'll really appreciate this one. It's not. I can't even put it on Patreon even.
I can't wait.
But anyway,
all right, so back to All In.
That's been your All In report.
No, we're not done yet. We're never done because they're probably still going to announce 5 more matches.
Exactly.
There's 9 matches announced, right?
Yeah, they're not.
9 matches, 8 on the actual show and 1 on the pre-show.
They're gonna go big on this one. So I mean, 40,000 people can go to the bathroom. We'll still have enough to make noise. I think I am. This is
we have a tag team coffin match, Sorg.
A tag team coffin match. How does okay? So I haven't been a wrestling fan for nearly as long as Mr. Bradley here. I haven't been a wrestling fan for. How does a tag team coffin match work?
You got to get real close.
Is it still one coffin, or is it a cute little like couples coffin? Like if a couple bought a coffin because they're like, we're gonna die
actually,
at the same time.
So there was a tag team buried alive match we filmed in West Virginia one time. And Bradley, were you there for that one?
That sounds familiar.
Remy was a part of it. It was
Remy and was it Connor or Phoenix?
I think it was Connor.
Yeah, but Sorg, that's a hole in the ground. That's different than a coffin.
But you still had to throw both guys in the hole.
Yeah, but that's a hole. You can make a hole as big as you want.
Yeah, you can make a coffin as big as you want.
So we're just talking about like.
And
what's
if
one
anybody
coffin, but
knows
it's
about
huge.
holes,
it's Bradley.
What? Hey.
Did you say butt or what?
Butt.
Ah.
Ah.
So what?
So
I ain't got no holes, Bradley.
Not yet.
There's holes because that's where you shove those Christmas lights in.
Yeah, but they're in my legs, not in the proper places.
what is happening?
I love the voice for the.
Wonderful
Hello,
voice.
I'm a talking butt. How are you
And the
today?
and the Mayhemy goes to
Yes.
for amazing
we
voice
need to
work.
bring back Mayhem.
We do need to. Well, we'll never remember all this
I
stuff.
think
No, you know, no,
Oh, it's a
Sorg.
talking Christmas
All right,
party. There's
Okay,
a
hold
talking
on.
Christmas party, everybody.
All right, I'm going to try and make it my goal for the Christmas show this year to write a Christmas butt song and have the butt sing it. That's my goal.
Christmas is canceled.
I'm ready,
Nope.
Mike. I'm
Excellent.
ready.
Excellent. All right.
Anyways, Mike,
I don't know if it's
me-
gonna be Jingle Butts or Butts to the World or something. I don't know.
Can you give me the rundown of what we have this Tuesday night, tonight, this very Tuesday night?
Yeah,
What do we
yeah.
have currently to expect from Olin?
Okay. We got Aussie Open versus MJF and Adam Cole for the ROH tag titles on the pre-show.
Reason my wife's watching.
Yep, Mark Davis is back, everybody. Back that dump
Exactly.
truck up.
That broke him.
Can I just gush just for a moment that I really like the MJF Adam Cole the whole thing.
Oh, we'll,
Oh
we'll
my
talk
gosh,
more
I
about it
love
when
it.
we get to the main event because it's so good. We got FTR, potentially against the Young Bucks for the AEW tag titles. Potentially again. We got the four-way match for the women's title: Sheeta versus Toni Storm versus Saraya versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. And Saraya's gonna probably win in her hometown.
I don't know.
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah, maybe. We got Darby and Sting versus AR Fox and Swerve Strickland in a tag team coffin match. We have the Kenergy match of Golden Elite versus Takeshita and Bullet Club Gold.
Oh my God, Juice Robinson, Kenergy all the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's the epitome of Kenergy. Eddie Kingston, Orange Cassidy, Chuck Taylor, Trent Beretta, Penta El Cero Miedo, and to be announced against the Blackpool Combat Club, and 3 to be announced people in Stadium Stampede.
I have no idea where they're going to go with this mystery.
Okay,
trio.
so
There's
so
rumblings that Santana Ortiz might be getting back together. It's
Okay.
rumblings.
So what
but
side do they fall on then?
Well, the Blackpool Combat Club, I'd imagine, right?
Yeah.
possible.
Yes.
But you know who I want to side with Penta? And again, this is pie in the sky. I doubt it can happen.
Danhausen.
Nope.
Yes.
Better. Vampiro.
Oh my God.
Hell yeah.
Wow, Mike. Wow.
Vampiro of Lucha Underground, yes, but not like not Vampiro now. He had a very bad episode during a match in Mexico a few months ago. He had
Okay.
a very
I was
bad
unaware of that.
episode.
I was unaware
has-
of that. I
can't remember.
rescind.
He's got
And then you know what? Marty the Moth.
yes.
Let's fly Marty the
Yes.
Moth out to London. Hell yeah.
Hell, the moth can fly himself.
God.
They can't fly
damn
that
it,
far.
Sorg.
All
He
right.
might be able to. All right. Then we have Will Ospreay versus Chris Jericho. Another match of the himbos.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm looking for that. I'm really looking forward to that one actually.
And we have a match for the Real World's Championship. CM
The
Punk
Wrestling
versus-
Society X Championship. Yes.
Yes, the Wrestling Society X Championship. Phillip Brooks versus Samoan named Joe.
Joey Samoa.
And
Joey Samoa.
Joey Samoa.
Joey Samoa.
Always and forever, Joey Samoa. And of course, for the AEW World Championship, the main event, the reason we're all watching, MJF versus Adam Cole in the Roderick Strong is the most Allen of anything I've ever seen.
Roderick Strong is Alan.
He's so Allen.
Are they on purpose making his tantrum backstage look more and more ridiculous every week?
Yes,
Yeah.
because
they have to be.
like the same clip.
like,
Because
Like he's just stomping his shitty little boots hard
yeah,
out.
He's just so sad, and then there's the Kingdom just being like, "Oh, it's okay.
yeah,
It's okay,
yeah.
Alan."
Like
Wait, are the Kingdoms the off-brand Kens that were in Weird Barbie's Dream House?
They're the weird the off-market ones like Sugar Daddy Ken
Yeah.
and Earring Magic Ken. Oh my God, David is Earring Magic Ken! Holy shit! This is so many parallels.
then what's Maria?
I'm broken.
She's Weird Barbie.
She's Weird Barbie.
Oh no, she's not
Because she has
weird.
red hair. Someone colored her hair red.
She's one of those Bratz dolls, isn't she?
No.
Okay.
Bradley.
Give Maria more respect
She
than
is
a
not
brat
a
style.
Oh, that's more like a sky blue.
Oh.
Well,
Maybe she's the
There's
Barbie
already a
that
Bratz doll. Her name is Saraya.
she actually she does look quite like a Bratz.
I
doll.
Why
can't
would
argue
you
that.
say it like that? That's
absolutely.
weird.
Yeah, that was a little weird though.
Related, I discovered the Attila song that was all about pizza yesterday. Chachi sent it to me. I was like, "God, this is my new favorite song." So, what's that? Uh-oh.
Is Mike frozen?
Oh no, he's frozen. Do I have internet?
Or is he just holding really still?
He seems proud though.
Proudly frozen.
I'm not holding still.
Yay, unfrozen!
Hey.
Oh no. Are we all frozen?
Yeah, we got you.
Are we all frozen?
We got you. I'm double checking. I actually have internet.
Okay.
No,
Although I do not.
Okay.
We're good.
Well, am I-
We're good.
Although I don't.
Discovering that Matt Taven is airing Magic Ken broke the internet.
Apparently, holy crap!
That's a great thing
You know
to yell
what?
at a heel too.
Our internet just got exploded of too much Kenergy.
Mm-hmm.
We really did.
There's definitely something happening with the
I
internet
can
because
feel
don't.
the Kenergy.
I do not have all my internet, so but I still.
Uh-oh.
Well, I still have significant. I'm like, listen, all my internet means I only have like 75 megabytes, so we're fine, I think, for the moment. But we should probably speed this along, just in case.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, Sorg, AEW is not the only company with a big show this weekend.
What?
Hey,
Shut.
what else is there?
There's more wrestling?
Also, Impact. Impact is going to
Impact.
emerge.
You know
As
how
they
I
have
found out they have a pay-per-view? Somebody asked me if I was running it next week, and I'm like today, and I'm like, no, I'm not. Why do you think I am? So,
All right. Well, there's only 6 matches announced. And I don't see a world title match, which is odd. But okay.
I think they're doing something on. They're doing something.
Oh,
on the show
I
this
see.
week.
I see why. I think. Okay. Anyway, so for the Impact Digital Media Championship, we have Kenny King versus Johnny Swinger. We have a 4-way match for the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Championships. MK Ultra, Killer Kelly and Masha, versus the Shawntourage, Giselle Shaw and Savannah Evans. The Death versus the Death Dolls, Courtney Rush and Jessica Havoc. And versus the Coven, Taylor Wilde and Kylan King.
Forgive me, Mike. Who's still holding the belts for that?
MK Ultra.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. And for the Impact Tag Team titles, we have the Subculture of Mandrews and Flash Morgan Webster versus the Rascals of Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz. So that if Impact was donating money for high flying moves in that match, they would go broke. And oh boy, we also have an 8-man tag team match of the Full Time Machine of Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, Kushida, and Josh Alexander versus Bully Ray, Brian Myers, Moose, and Leo Rush.
That is such a weird match where half of it I'm absolutely love, and the other half I absolutely could give no shits about, and it's going to be really weird to watch that match and be like, I rarely ever, never have anything interesting to feel about the one side of this match. While I deeply love the other half.
Like, I kind of just want Time Machine to just go up against House of Black. Just for funsies.
Please, as a treat for all of us.
Yeah, let's just do it. A singles match, Sonata versus Jake something.
For the championship, for the New Japan Championship.
Oh, okay. It
By the
doesn't
way.
say that. It doesn't say that. On
No, it doesn't. But
Sonata
I believe that is
versus
a
Jake
fact.
Something. Oh
Yeah.
man,
Okay.
that's gonna rule.
That's gonna be something. That's gonna be.
That's gonna be something.
Oh.
And this match is also gonna slap, as the kids say. For the Impact Knockouts World Championship, Deonna Purrazzo will be challenging the champion, Trinity.
Fantastic.
And I hope Jey Uso shows up to tell her that her husband is acting a fool.
This is a Fight Plus, not a fight, an Impact Plus special. So if you are subscribed to Impact Plus or the Ringside members, I think they're called, or maybe that's my YouTube. I can't remember. Whatever the $5 thing is on YouTube, you will get this match, or you can pay more for it on pay-per-view on Fight, I guess. So I think that's gonna be worthwhile. On the page, by the way, it looks like the Trinity Deanna match is being put in main event status. By the way, so.
That.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, Mike's getting
as it
really,
should be. It's the knockout.
Yeah, Mike
World
is getting
Championship.
really broken up, so we should move this along.
Well,
Guys,
I want a question.
Okay.
I don't follow Impact a lot. Where's Jonathan Gresham in all this?
he had, I think he took a shot at maybe the X Division Championship. There was an interview where he said that maybe this isn't the place I need to be, and he walked out. So, but he's been commenting on a lot of stuff on Twitter lately, as far as matches across this in New Japan. So I think he's going to pop up again. So I think it's a storyline thing. It looked like he was setting up for something like the pure. What did they call in Ring of Honor when they set up the Pure Championship? The Foundation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it felt like they were setting him up to do something similar to that. So I would. He probably has a cool off month or something in the tapings, but I could see him popping up and doing something like that. So
Okay.
is my thought. So, hey guys, real quick. I like to think a lot about pizza. Oh, hey, there's pizza in the back, guys. I forgot to offer you when you walked in. Slice on Broadway. Take some so you're energized to drive home.
Here's the good thing. That
I'm
pizza's still really good cold.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna lie. I will probably be driving with it hanging partially out of my mouth,
As you
like
should.
jog style.
As you should. You kind of have a holder there in your side seat, right? So there you go. But Slice on Broadway, several locations in the greater Pittsburgh area. Check them out. New York City style. Yins are made. SliceOnBroadway.com. Guys, let's find out what you learned from wrestling this week. Real quick from the chat room, I think Potter probably has fallen asleep, so he put this in here. In case I fall asleep, I learned that friends of the show, The Rev and Joshua Kavad, are experts at throwing people into an ambulance. Yeah, they had a KSWA battle in the borough, I think it was, up in Verona. I know they always attend that since it's in their backyard. The Podners. So really, that was, I saw some pictures and stuff from that. They're always a fun show. Tina says, I've learned that we need to see more Angry Boss Tony Khan more. We need to see Angry Boss Tony Khan more, and Progress Defy and Rev Pro all doing shows on Saturday night showcasing the UK scene. Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be pretty crazy in the UK here this weekend. I love that Tony Khan promo. I feel like
I hated that.
I know. I figured you would, but it was a fun segment. Also, Outback Steakhouse.
The Outback Steakhouse bit was hilarious.
I haven't seen this promo because I'm just so used to Tony Khan and his bug-eyed, stiff delivery of, "We're really excited to bring you all in."
He did a voiceover, and I'm just like, that's what we got out of him.
Although he still had the bug eyes. It was just
up
angry
the little
bug eyes.
So he's
little
behind
energy powder, huh?
So apparently they were double clotheslining people backstage, and so you see a door that says Tony Khan, and you just hear him berating, "You can't do this. Only in the ring. Only double clotheslines in the ring." And he's yelling at them, and I'm just thinking the whole time, he's like, they had to put him behind the door because there's no way he can do this without smiling. And then
it was very much the scene from Last Action Hero, where the boss is yelling at Arnold Schwarzenegger and slams the door so the glass breaks.
Oh my gosh! And when you discover he's an actor, he has to get takes to do it meaner.
Yeah.
In Last Action Hero, I've watched that movie more recently than I care to admit.
That movie's great.
That movie's great.
Nothing
It falls
wrong
apart.
with that.
Falls apart at the end, but otherwise,
Yes.
overlong, but definitely has great moments.
But I have a bold prediction. MJF will connect with the kangaroo kick
Ooh.
at the pre-show.
Ooh.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Mike, what'd you learn from wrestling this week?
Oh God, what did I learn? I learned that I learned that I'm going to start judging matches based on Kenergy.
Damn it, took mine, Mike.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's a segment for her show, to be honest. I mean, I
honestly,
think
yeah.
we should really gift that
Like
over.
honestly,
to her
I would
podcast.
be absolutely okay if you guys just started doing a weekly Kenergy check.
I mean,
Like if you brought in one guy for 5 minutes every week for a weekly Kenergy check.
it'd be so weird on like women's wrestling podcast to be like, okay, we're dedicating a whole segment to Kenergy.
Listen, equality, okay?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
that's true.
No,
It's true.
That's
dedicating
what I learned
5
from that movie.
It's true. The
dedicating
Barbie Land.
5 minutes out of an hour.
The Barbie Land
Is-
of our
is about right.
podcast. We're giving over a little bit to the men. A little bit, little taste.
There you go. There you go.
Dedicating 5 minutes to the men of like an hour-long podcast sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna invert the AEW Dynamite
There you
formula.
go. There you go. Jeez. I learned 2 things this weekend. 1, wrestlers love cheesesteak. 2,
Especially brotherly love.
especially
They would be mad at me if I didn't mention them as they were talking about cheesesteak. Go
okay,
ahead, sir.
all right. There was some whiz, I guess.
Go ahead, sir.
Damn it, what was the this is quasi wrestling related. I can't drive through the neighborhood near the ECW Arena, especially the row houses, without just speaking the lyrics to the Fresh Prince song. Because we're driving in for the second day, and I was like, hey, this is the neighborhood where they were up and no good, making trouble in their neighborhood. Because we were literally like passing a basketball court connected to the school. It looked like, which looked like the scene from the Fresh Prince, and I just started just going through it. And then there's over there where my mom got scared, and then it just the whole thing. I wish I recorded
Which is
this
also
thing.
brother love related. That's their entrance music.
Oh, is
But-
it seriously?
but it's a remix, but yeah.
I don't think they do that at places I've seen them, but oh boy. Bradley, what did you learn from wrestling this week?
I learned that the bizarro world to Pittsburgh Indian wrestling is not West Virginia, it's Erie. People that I hate in Pittsburgh, I love in Erie. People that are wonderful to me in Pittsburgh are terrible to me in Erie.
It's that lake breeze. It's bringing in all
That
kinds
might
of
be it.
feelings.
It's I mean, the temperatures go down about 10 degrees, and it's not even like gradual. It's like you're getting there, and like the last 10 minutes, all of a sudden it goes down, and suddenly you need a coat or something.
As you do. As you do. What?
Bradley, what have you learned from butts this week?
I like.
Bradley, what'd you
I-
learn?
I learned that somebody shoved Christmas lights up them, and I like them less now.
What? But I'm glowing.
I can't wait till
It's
we start
not
this
really.
episode.
It's just you. It's not really talking.
What? How dare
Stop.
Oh, somebody! Oh my God! Hold on a second. I need to. Did we get everybody what they learned? Yeah. Well, Tina's in there saying 5 minutes. That does sound like a AEW match for women. So hold on a second. Something very special happened here because there's a congratulations to Bradley, and we have a very special image left in here. I don't know if you've had a chance to see it yet, so I'm just going to go ahead and do you a favor, Bradley.
What was that?
Because Dave Pawner dropped in here. A little bit of AEW. Ward Bradley is all elite, and that's actual size, actually. So
It is.
This is to
It really-
scale.
It is
Yeah.
very much.
This
Very
is
much
to
so.
Oh God! Please put that on Twitter and tag him. Jeez. Bradley, congratulations! Here's the 10 more years of wrestles,
Butts.
Well, I appreciate
wrestle butts.
I appreciate the other fans I've met, and the wrestlers, and camera guys like Sorg, and promoters and everybody. It's been a lot of fun, and I finally got to meet Emily tonight.
Yeah.
Yay!
And the butt.
yay! And I don't want, not the
Happy
butt.
birthday, Bradley.
It's not my birthday.
It's not his birthday.
Stupid butt.
It's
Wow.
Butts are dumb. This is almost my birthday.
Emily
I wish-
Fear of the Grit and Glitter podcast.
mm-hmm.
It's on Patreon. Go support them too.
Yeah, we're found on everywhere you can find your podcasts, and we also have our Patreon where we basically you just give us money so we can give it to other people. I pay the podcasting fees out of my own pocket, so we're literally just being like, where it's all going to like Enjoy in Wrestler's Lab and everywhere else.
It all works. It works out.
So give me more money so I can stop spending all of my own.
It's research and development. I've learned. Where it's like, yes,
it's journalistic integrity.
Absolutely. WrestleMania tickets are a business expense for us.
Ooh,
there you
go.
That works.
It is technically.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're studying.
Well, you'd think I go to so many wrestling shows.
Not for fun.
No, I mean they're for fun, but my fun is like I want to see how that jib camera works. That was hanging in front of us all of SummerSlam.
Sorg, how much do you wish you were at Backlash so you could see the drone footage and how that
Right. Somebody give me a behind the scenes on that one. Guys, thank you so much. Mayhem well, thank you for being a part of the Mayhem party here on Tuesday nights. We'll be back next week. We are scheduled to have the VCW champion Remy LeVay joining us here. So stay tuned. We might have a little bit of scheduling weirdness here in September. I know at least 1 week I will be occupied, so we'll try to do something special for you guys or reschedule or something like that. You might have a Monday Mayhem show return. I know it's news to Mike. So
doing a Mayhem after Raw.
Well,
oh boy,
after Raw, because I'll have an early morning, but we'll see. Sleep is optional.
Oh! One other thing I learned. Sorry, real quick. Chad Gable's amazing.
Oh fuck yeah, yes.
We didn't mention this. We should have mentioned it at the top of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hell! I've learned that there is a proper way to do a count out in a match, and Bradley is attacking a butt with a. Bradley, I'm trying to talk about Chad Gable.
Is he attacking it or is he,
spanking it? Oh,
give it what it was.
Yeah, that.
well, there's that.
Bradley's made friends.
Bradley, you realize hitting a butt just makes it stronger.
That's right.
Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Stay tuned if you're on Patreon for a link to the After Talk segment. We'll see you guys next time. Mayhem out.
Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Wait for the perfect time then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time then attack.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.